now talking about the NBA in current days. Say the first word that comes to your mind when I say the name of these players. LeBron James.
A man-child. I mean, he was ahead of it. There's never been somebody like him. He falls into the category of anomaly. There's never been a player his size that's done the things that he did. I saw him in high school, and when I saw him, I said, "Oh my God, this guy's going to be unbelievable."
This guy's a beast.
He has a lousy shot, and they took forever to fix it. I made a big stink about it, and they finally did it. After about 3 years, it got him to be a better shooter, but he's never been a great shooter. Thank God for that, because they probably have to outlaw him because he's just so big and strong and powerful. He's a pretty amazing guy.
And Ja Morant.
Exciting. Watch, pretty. I just saw a dunk he made the other day, a highlight. He drove in, got past this guy, had it here, switched to his left hand, and then still dunked it. And it's not like he's some 6'9" big monster guy. He's fun to watch. Man.
And Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Amazing athlete for his size. I mean, the things that he does out there. I mean, he's just got to stop shooting 3-point shots though, because he's not very good from out there. But and get to be a better free throw shooter, but he's just an incredible athlete. He reminds me probably of an Akeem Olajuwon type of player with amazing that for a guy his size to be able to run, do the stuff that he does. Yeah, he's pretty. And what I love, that sucker, when he puts that uniform on, he's going to give you everything he's got. He plays hard. I love that.
Luka Doncic.
Big surprise to me. I never expected him to be as good as he is. I mean, first of all, you look at it, he doesn't even look like he spends any time in the weight room at all. When he first came in the league, I mean, he had flabby arms, didn't have. I mean, yet he's a hell of a player.
Yeah,
yeah.
And the last one, Stephen Curry.
My favorite player to watch.
He's
unbelievable. Greatest long distance shooter I've ever seen. And just so much fun to watch play because he has such a great time, but truly just a remarkable shooter who made himself into a great basketball player. Love watching Steph play, and he has so much fun when he's playing. You just see how much he loves it.
And which current player has the most similar game to yours, in your opinion?
Not many of them, because most of these guys all do everything. They dribble the ball so damn much. There's not very many guys that actually do what I did, which is catch the ball and use my first dribble as a productive dribble. It's too much dribbling and too much one-on-one stuff for me today. I'm trying to think somebody my size who can do that. I don't know, a guy that's starting to show to do some more stuff. He's having a hell of a year this year. But he's got to learn to let the game come to him, not force too much. Is Jason Tatum, size-wise and doing stuff and all, but he's a nice player. He's really turning into something special. I like him a lot. Size-wise, though, the guy that was most like me probably was Larry Bird. I mean, I was Larry Bird before Larry Bird. Mm-hmm. I mean, I didn't shoot the ball as well as he did from outside, but we were similar type of players who understood the game. I was probably more athletic than Bird. But he was bigger, taller, bigger guy, but incredibly efficient. Just a great player. But I would have to say today's game.
None really resembles.
There is nobody. I can't think of anybody that catches the ball on the wing, sees the way his guy is in that first dribble. I mean, it's dribble, back up, do fadeaways, all the other stuff. It's a different world that we play in, and you're just so much more effective if you just use your dribble effectively and efficiently, and now it's too much dribbling, because every time if you're dribbling the ball and your teammate runs to the basket because his man turned his head, how the hell do you get him the ball? You don't even have it in your hands. At least I had it in my hands, So anyway, there's a lot of great players out there, a lot of guys that are super fun to watch. You mentioned a bunch of them that are really cool to watch. I like CP3 is fun to watch and do it. There's just a lot of guys out there that are fun to watch play the game.
And would you dominate the league nowadays, you think?
Who's that?
Would you dominate the league nowadays with your...
Dominate? Well, nobody really dominates the league. I mean, I think if I was there, I'd certainly be one of the leading scorers. There's no question about it. because I would be a better free throw. I was a 33% 3-point shooter, but that wasn't part of. I didn't grow up with a 3-point shot.
Yes.
If I were playing today, I'd practice enough. I would not be happy if I wasn't at least a 40% 3-point shooter.
You would.
And I'm still going to be one of the best free throw shooters, and I'm still going to be able to get to the basket and run the court and do the other things. I mean, people say I couldn't play today with these guys. I said, you're out of your mind. I said, do you understand how much better I'd be? We had nothing when I played. Nothing. We had no strength coach, no agility coach, no dietitian. We had nothing. And yet we were able to do what we did. If I played today, I'd be faster, stronger, quicker, more endurance, jump higher. I'd be so much better a basketball player today if I played, because the sophistication of the training for all sports. That's why you're seeing so many amazing things going on, because they've broken it down. I mean, now you used to go lift, right? Well, now you lift according to what position you play and what sport you play, what position. Everything is totally and completely geared towards helping make you the most efficient and the best possible physical specimen you can be to play your sport.
Yeah, it evolved a lot, right?
It's like everything else. I mean, just the same way. I mean, come on. When I was a kid growing up, you wouldn't even know. You weren't even born. I mean, right? You used to have to move these little wire things on the top of your TV that, you hooked up, and you try to get a reception. You could hardly see the TV, Now, what do they have? Smart TVs. I mean, 85-inch TVs. And I mean, it's just crazy. So, and computers and all the other stuff that's out there. I mean, just like, that's what happens in life. Things change. Sometimes a lot of it's for the better. And a lot of times it's not so much for the better.
And which team will be the NBA champion this season?
If I knew that, I would lay a bet in Las Vegas. I have no idea.
In your opinion?
I wouldn't bet a penny on an NBA basketball game.
Why?
Because anything can happen. I mean, ours is a perfect example. Nobody thought we would do anything at all. Yeah. We swept the team in a 4-game series. Somebody would have made a lot of money if they bet on us in that series. So I have no idea who's going to win. I mean, I tell people, first of all, why even talk about it now? It's ridiculous. You got one fourth of the season has gone by, and you're going to ask me, I mean, how do I know who's going to be the champion? Talk to me in April when see how the teams are playing, what the injury situation is. Then you can actually kind of make a guess, and even then, it's still a guess, because you just don't know.
But Warriors are.
That's the beauty of sports. That's why you have to play the games.
But Warriors are a good contender, right?
No, they won't be unless some of their other younger people come through for them. They got to get some of the younger people to start playing a little bit better. Kuminga's got to come along. Moody's got to get to be better. Poole is doing a nice job, but he's got to be more consistent. They got to hope that Clay can play where he is. Steph is obviously playing out of his mind, and Draymond, but Wiseman's got to come through for him. I don't think they have any chance to win it all if Wiseman doesn't start to do something for him and come back to help them. They got to get a little bit more size. And for whatever the reason is, their defense is horrible right now.
Well, that's
really bad at the start of the season. It was almost embarrassing. And you're not going to win a championship if you're not one of the better defensive teams. No team has won an NBA championship that wasn't one of the better defensive teams. You don't have to be the best one, but you got to be in the top 10, I say, at least.
Yes.
Preferably in the top 5.